Chapter 179. When Harold's father heard his words, he thought that Trump was deliberately trying to mock him. Therefore, he could only glare at him as he said in a furious tone, "Trump, enough is enough. Why are you saying all this? I know that you are going to move into the villa at Beacon Top. Are you trying to show off now?" Trump was stunned at this time. "Huh? I am going to live in a villa at Beacon Top? What are you talking about, elder brother?" Elaine was also very confused at this time. "Brother, is there a mistake here? Are you sure there's no misunderstanding on this matter?" At this time, he pointed his finger at Alex before he said with a dissatisfied expression on his face, "Your son-in-law is the owner of the biggest villa in Beacon Top. You can ask him all about it." Elaine and Trump were dumbfounded at this time. After that, they stare at Alex in astonishment before they ask in disbelief, "Alex, is what your uncle said true? Are you really the owner of the biggest villa in Beacon Top? Is that true?" Alex nodded before he said, "Yes, Mom and Dad. Someone gave me this villa to thank me for helping him out." "Who gave you this villa?" Elaine blurted out with a look of ecstasy in her eyes. Alex replied, "I helped a friend solve some feng shui problems he was facing. Therefore, he decided to give me this villa in return for my help." Elaine was extremely excited at this time. "Alex, bring us to view the villa now. Wow! We're going to live in a villa at Beacon Top. This is really a dream come true." At this time, Emma quickly pulled Alex aside as she asked in a low voice, "Alex, can you tell me what is going on?" Alex smiled before he said, "Someone really gave this villa to me. If you don't believe me, we can go and check it out now." Elaine was very satisfied because she finally had a sense of superiority over her brother and sister-in-law now. This was perfect. Since they wanted her to be jealous when they were planning to buy a big house, then it is time for them to be envious of her now. She was going to live in Beacon Top soon. It was finally time for her to brag and show off instead. Therefore, she deliberately smiled before she said, "Oh, eldest brother and sister-in-law, Harold and Olivia, since all of you are here, why don't you come and see the villa with us? What do you think?" Harold's father shook his head and he was planning to leave immediately, but at this time, his wife quickly stopped him. After that, she winked at Elaine before she said, "Okay then. We would love to see the villa too." As soon as she said those words, she lowered her voice as she whispered in her husband's ear, "I'll take some photos and videos of their villa later before showing it to your mother. As soon as she sees those pictures, she'll definitely ask them for the villa. Don't you think that this is a good plan?" Harold's father's eyes shone immediately. It turned out that his wife actually had a plan in mind. This was wonderful. Therefore, Alex brought the group of people into the villa area at Beacon Top. As soon as they entered the guarded villa community, everyone kept looking around them. The environment in this area was indeed several times better than the environment at the ordinary residential housing and high-rise condominium areas. It was much more refined. "Alex, which is your villa?" Olivia asked loudly on purpose. Alex took his key and walked past Olivia before stopping in front of a huge villa. "This is my villa, A07. Alex was very calm and composed as he used the key to open the main gate leading into the villa, before gently pushing it open. The gate opened with a squeak and an exquisite garden appeared in front of everyone. Click! The main door was opened. Olivia was stunned. Harold and his parents were also dumbfounded at this time. Emma also held her breath and rubbed her eyes vigorously with her hands as she looked inside. In the center of the garden was a magnificent and spacious luxury villa surrounded by pavilions, flowers, and trees. This is way too luxurious." Harold's father was the first to recover from the shock. Harold had a very ugly expression on his face as he said angrily, "Who would give you such a good and luxurious villa? I don't believe it. I can't help it if you don't believe me, but this villa is indeed a gift from a friend, Alex simply replied as he could not be bothered to explain himself. Olivia stared at Alex before she said in an envious manner, "Alex, do you really think that someone like you is worthy of such an expensive villa?" Alex smiled as he replied, "That has nothing to do with you." The crowd was silent as they stood in the open space in the garden. No one could believe that the owner of the most expensive villa in Oris Hill was none other than Alex.